Come on then, Thursday's Total Sport on BBC Radio Manchester. It's just gone 6.
That's right, Salford City fans, this is the show for you. We have your gaffer, Karl Robinson, in the studio and we'll be taking any questions.
Karl, welcome to the show.
Welcome, mate.
A pleasure to have you in with us. Just to kick things off, let's do something just totally away from football because we've asked fans to get in touch. You can still get in touch as well, 81333. Start your message with the word Mank. And Cameron got right in there straight away and says, I want to know Karl's favourite meal deal.
Well, I'm put weight on, so it'd have to be a Diet Coke.
Okay.
With probably a wrap of some sort.
Hoisin duck?
No, we had an argument because someone brought Nicky a hoisin duck wrap the other day and he wasn't happy one bit. So, no, probably a sweet chilli one and maybe something to really destroy my breath, like maybe a beef crisps or something. Oh. But we're very confident, we're very calm. I think we know where we're young, we're exciting, we're edgy. We're not the finished article. I don't think we will be for a few years. But I think one thing we certainly will be, we'll be able to identify with the people who want to come and watch us, and we want to play with that sort of, that robustness and that anger and that grit and determination that has almost immersed itself in what Salford is. And I think it's important to understand that there's also a business to be. I know people hate that word business, especially within our industry, because it is a game that we all love. I love the sport. I hate the industry, but I love the sport. Yeah. But I'm a kid from Liverpool who just got brought up in a game that I love. I adore it. I love coaching it. I love the rawness of it. I love how you can be an individual within a team sport, and I like the fact it gives you a flexibility to express who you want to be.
Ben Woodburn, obviously you played with you in the past. You know him very, very well. I mean, he's a very, very exciting signing to bring into the club.
I remember him being snotting as a little kid coming through when he was about 7 and 8 as well. So he's still the same kid now. What is he, 23, 24? I also had him at Oxford. He was fantastic for me, really bright. My responsibility is to Salford players to make sure that I protect them through all these games, and make sure if anyone wants to challenge them, I'm probably the idiot that stands up for them and gets himself in more trouble than anybody else doing it.
And SCFC JJ got in touch and has asked, what is the aim for this season? Mid-table, playoffs, automatic promotion, winning the whole thing?
It's a bit of a difficult question. If I don't say win the whole thing and being negative, if I say stay up, I don't ever see. I think the biggest problem a lot of teams have. Listen, you're in a city that is consistently winning things, and I don't think that is ever the first thing they set themselves out to do. It's let's win the first game, let's win the next game, and let's just keep that feet firmly on the ground. Because I think, speaking about something in May or back end of April, you forget about September, October, November. And I think that is one of the biggest problems that we have had. And listen, our start is probably the hardest start out of anybody in League Two. When you see the teams that are playing, Port Vale's come down, MK was one of the biggest spenders, Bradford's always a difficult place to go, and the team coming up in Chesterfield as our first 4 games, you're thinking, you could have been a little bit kinder to us. So I think the biggest thing for us is to making sure that we sit in the here and now, and we put 100% into Port Vale, and then whoever's after that is a Doncaster, then that's looking down the line. That is not even in my thought process. The football clubs really do associate themselves with where they're from. I think that's a non-negotiable, especially in the Northwest. And I think that's something that I'm really excited about is getting involved in something and a plan that we can get some of these young players from the streets of Salford who are coming through the local communities and giving them a dream and some sort of hope that they can be a professional footballer and be successful.
Logan Kane says, what about the job enticed you to come to Salford? Was it promises from the board? Was it other reasons?
0 promises, honesty, real good conversation. I think it was the 2nd of January, just after New Year, and me and Mrs. I was in Manchester, we met them, and it was just a case of when we had the conversation, I went back and I said to her, I really enjoyed that. I said, you seemed dead happy. I went, I loved it. I felt like I was going back 15, 20 years. We just spoke football, 0 politics of the game. And it was just like how we all see in the game played, and you look at these people as first and foremost, we're sat around the table as professionals, but it doesn't mean that as a professional you can't respect them for what they've also achieved. So you're learning as well as we're all learning together. And I went back and said, I just think we can all be really good together because we've all had different types of experiences, and all that coming together will be something that I really want to be involved in.
I've really enjoyed the chat, and I'm really looking forward to seeing Salford City this season. And they are one of those clubs now where it's got to that point that I would love to see you go up this year. I would love to see it happen, and whether it be through the playoffs, whether it be automatically, it's something that the club has been building towards for quite a bit now, and I know how much it would mean to the owners, and clearly listening to you tonight it would mean an awful lot to you. So
and the fans.
Yeah, and the fans, of course. A pleasure to have you in the studio. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
If you are a